One that, again, one of these true things that happened. I was out at a gig one evening, and it was a comedy show in a bar, and I was the musical interlude, and so I had quite a bit of time on my hands, and I became friendly with a booth that held some customers, and one guy, he and I, we got into this sort of friendly bickering, you know, it was just a good time. Well, the bar closed, and this guy said, "Hey, me and my friends were going off to my apartment, do you want to come and join us? You know, I'm going to keep the party going." I said, "Sure, sounds like fun." So, that's what we did, and we got back there, and I was sitting in an armchair in the living room, and pretty soon they were chopping up white powder on the coffee table. And I was just sitting there, wondering what was going to happen next, and the fella came up to me and said, "Just help yourself." I said, "Well, it's not really my thing." He said, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that." He said, "I don't know what to offer you. I don't even have a beer in the fridge." And I said, "You know what? I don't know." I said, "I would really love a cup of tea." He said, "That I can do." And I'm not kidding. It took him about 10 minutes. "Have milk? Yes, please. Sugar? Just a little bit." He came back with the best cup of tea I have ever had in my life. You know, when you get that perfect cup of tea at just the right moment? Well, that was it. So, I told this story to a friend of mine, Owen Lean. He's one of the buskers at Granville Island. He's a magician, he's not even a songwriter. And he came up with the lyrics for this song, which I set to music, and it's called "I'd Rather Have a Nice Cup of Tea." 1, 2, 1.
Some people that I know for a week or thereabout. After it was over, we went back to theirs to chill. But imagine my surprise when they started popping pills. Yeah, they each had little mirrors and bags all sugary, and several implements I'd only seen on A&E. What the smiley face tablets were for, heaven only knows. And I'm sure those herbs they smoked were not oregano. What could I say when offered all of that? It's not since I was 5 I was threatened with a smack. So when my host asked me what I might like instead, I replied with the one addiction I need fed. 'Cause there's only one hit that this gangster craves, and I get it from a freshly brewed pot of Earl Grey. 'Cause I'd rather have a nice cup of tea. It's a legal high. You can even have a hot knob on the side. Ooh, hey, I'd rather have a nice cup of tea. Soiree by a couple that I met who didn't live too far away. Well, they had oysters, there was scallops, there was fresh baked lemon sole, but dessert seemed to involve our car keys in a bowl. Well, the men had brought along their melon confit, and the guys, while they were showing off their banana split, and the wine they had on offer just wasn't to my taste, though they were going bottoms up all over the place. There was nothing I could offer to this strange casserole, except a pair of cherries and a dodgy sausage roll. So I went off to the kitchen as the temperature rose higher, and fixed myself the kind of brew that heats up my desire. 'Cause there's only one thing to give me that special feeling, and it comes from a proper made pot of Darjeeling. 'Cause I'd rather have a sugar in the bowl, milk in the jar, a fire in the hearth, and a kitty on the roof. Get down. Ha! Oh yeah, come on, sing it now. To make a proper cup of tea, listen up and follow me. Simply take my advice and warm the pot twice. There's sugar in the bowl, milk in the jar, a fire in the hearth, and a kitty on the roof. Get down. Ha! Oh yeah, come on, sing it now. For each person, add a spoon of tea, and here's what you must do. Add one more for the pot. Everyone knows that's the golden rule. Never use water that's not boiling hot. Take the pot to the kettle, not the kettle to the pot. There's sugar in the bowl, milk in the jar, a fire in the hearth, and a kitty on the roof. Get down. Ha! Oh yeah, come on, sip it now. And here's one more thing you must remember all along. If you're using a bag, you're doing it wrong. Well, I just got engaged to a girl from Sicily. She took me to her home so I could meet her family. I found the introductions were all a little worrying, because when I met her godfather, I had to kiss his ring. He offered to do any favor for me as a gift in honor of my lovely bride to be. Any problem that I had, he would quickly solve, of course, with a concrete overcoat or decapitated horse. He said, "You really can have whatever you wish. Perhaps there is someone who should sleep with a fish." This was a situation I needed to defuse, so I asked him for the one offer I could